Hey folks, how's it going? This is Seagull here, back with another video. So I want to talk about the idea of maybe adding a lot more small details to The Sims 4. Because you may have seen a couple of recent videos from a YouTuber who goes by the name of Only Abadong, and he uploaded these two videos where he talks about 50, well it's actually a total of 100 with the two videos counted together. 100 details, small details, that are in The Sims 2, but not in The Sims 3 or The Sims 4. And it really got me thinking, because I always knew that The Sims 2 was really great in terms of small details, and that generally I have felt that with The Sims 3 and especially The Sims 4, it got worse, and those small details, a lot of them were lost along the way. I'm not going to show the entirety of the two videos here. I'll maybe use a few clips for context here and there, but I highly recommend you actually watch at least one of the two original videos so that you can even more easily grasp the full picture of what I'm talking about when I talk about small details that I would like to see in The Sims 4. So what I'm proposing is a free update that adds a bunch of small details into The Sims 4. This isn't about what I consider big features like cars or improved babies, though they could still have aspects of them that are considered small details, such as Sims opening and closing car doors instead of just teleporting into the vehicle like they did in The Sims 3. Most of these small details would be brought back from The Sims 2, but I'm not suggesting cramming 100 small details all into one single update, because I think that's expecting too much for free. Also, some I think at this point make more sense to save for a future Sims game, such as hair physics and couch cushions moving a bit when Sims go to sit down on them. They need to redo so many items for those things that I think they might as well save that time and money on making other small features. One feature I would love to see that I think could be possible in The Sims 4 is having it so that when bathtubs leak on the second floor, they leak through to the first floor. I thought that was really cool. I played The Sims 2 a whole ton back in the day, but I don't think I ever saw that happen. But when things like these are missing from the more recent Sims games, it makes me think about how they're not only becoming less and less about the unpleasant things in life, but also how the game is ironically less realistic when it's trying to simulate life. Another small detail I would love to see back that I've actually talked about in previous videos is bed cuddling. I just love this. It makes couples, I think, feel a lot more realistic. And gosh darn, it's so cute, like especially that kiss on the forehead. Please, please, if anything makes it into the game that's a small detail that's not in the game right now, should be this. I hate how the beds have gotten less and less detailed ever since The Sims 3. And I'll bring up one idea that I've talked about before, which hasn't been done yet in The Sims, which is breakfast in bed. So one Sim could make breakfast in bed for another, and it doesn't necessarily just have to be breakfast food. It can be at any time of day, and it doesn't just have to be for romantic interest, especially if you did want to do something like a machinima where you're simulating a hospital and you have a nurse bringing the food to someone in bed. But I think that would be a really cute idea where Sims could bring someone breakfast in bed, and then the Sim in bed would wake up and react really happily to seeing the food, and then the chef could actually sit with the Sim and have breakfast in bed with them too and feed each other bites and all that sort of cute stuff. So I think that would be a really fun, fresh sort of idea, not just bringing back stuff that was in The Sims 2 that should theoretically be in the game now, but it's not. Really, the beds alone could use an overhaul, and I actually did do a whole My Sims 4 wishlist episode about the beds, so I will link to that in the video description below. One other brand new small detail they could do is finally put toasters in the game. How have we not had toasters yet? I don't know. But I think that could be an interesting way of boosting food quality even further for certain food that would make sense with it, such as, well, we don't even have waffles yet, but we should definitely get waffles in the game, what the heck, as well as grilled cheese sandwiches. You can maybe toast those, as well as some other food. Unfortunately, this toaster here is custom content that's purely decorative. It doesn't actually do anything. I'd also love to have more exclusive interactions to tables, like food fights, being able to hold hands across the table, and of course the classic dinner table proposal. I also love how in The Sims 2, children can react to their parents fighting. Why isn't this in the later games? I think that just is a staple of family play, but I guess that really does go to show that The Sims 3 and The Sims 4 focus less on that than in The Sims 2. I also think there needs to be a shopping overhaul. I think The Sims 2 did this so well. I loved how you actually had to buy cell phones in order for your Sims to have them instead of them just automatically having them for free, because not only is it just given to you for free when cell phones in real life can be really expensive, but it can also be really immersion breaking if you're trying to simulate an older period of time where we didn't really all have cell phones quite yet. And also, I think it would be nice if we could have it so that we do have to buy clothes instead of us automatically having almost all of them. I know there's some clothing that we can unlock through careers and such, but yeah, I think it is more realistic to have to buy them. You could still maybe just unlock all the clothes through a cheat if you really need it to be the way it is now in The Sims 4 for certain situations. I know with Get to Work you can run a clothing store and then you can have Sims buy clothing off the mannequins, but I think that only works well from a managing standpoint. If you're playing as a Sim who is a customer, I don't think there's that much point in buying a specific outfit off of a mannequin if you already have it at home anyways. I also much preferred how you can buy the extra video games at the store in The Sims 2, rather than how in The Sims 4 you have to wait until your Sim has a certain level of video gaming skill in order to unlock more games. I also think there should be more interactions that just let kids be their silly selves. Like you saw the jumping on the bed clip that I had earlier, and there's this clip right here of a child playing with the refrigerator, and there is also one later on in one of Only Abadong's videos where a child can actually use static electricity from a rug to zap someone else. Just stuff like that I think would add a lot more fun to the game. Not to mention, it would give rugs more use than just to be decorative, so that's a huge plus in my book. I also think they could take some inspiration from mods that they haven't done in The Sims yet, like deepening the bill system. Like how with the SNB Bills mod, you can actually see breakdowns of what exactly cost how much, and then you can actually pay off things individually instead of just paying for everything at once. That mod also gives you the ability to choose for your Sims what services you have, including TV and internet, and there's even a premium internet option which gives you the fast internet trait automatically, the law trait. Though, to add on to that, I think it would be interesting if your Sims have premium internet, they can do internet-related tasks even faster than they normally could. I also think a more in-depth loan system would be nice. There is a mod for that too, but I think it would be good to put into the core game, and then that would also be an excuse to put the loan system as well as the Repo Man into the base game instead of being limited to Discovery University. Speaking of Discovery University, I also think bikes should be put into the base game, and that could give them an excuse to make the bikes a bit better, because I think you should be able to choose your own helmet just like you can with the umbrellas, and there is a mod for that too. I'd also love for kids to be able to ride bikes without mods, and to expand on that a bit further, I think it would be really great if kids actually needed to learn from an older Sim how to ride the bikes before they can do it on their own and have the training wheels and everything. So those are some examples of small details that I would love to see added to The Sims 4 through a free update or maybe even multiple updates over time. So I will leave links in the video description below to watch Only Abadong's videos. I super highly recommend them, especially to those of you who have only started playing with The Sims 4, because then you'll have a much better idea of what you're missing out on and why so many of us who have been playing The Sims for much longer are complaining about lack of depth in The Sims 4. And be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest content from The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!